tetany. So as I say, I use the towel to absorb that. Click the wrist. And if you feel, you can feel her hands, feel how tight they are. They're like solid tight. Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
It's cray cray.
You can
Yeah.
see. Sorry. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we do with that, we just, like I said, just open them up. Pull the thumb, hold this point, let her breathe into that. It's just going to open everything up, and again, just making sure you're not picking up that energy. And we can then stretch it in the opposite way to which it's going. And we'll just check if she's, are you warm enough, Faina?
Yeah.
Good. Never let a person get cold on the massage table, okay? And already you can see a little bit of that reduced. Miss Kelly, did you want to have a feel of how tight her hands have gotten from the tetany?
I felt that in mine too.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
There's so much probably energy.
So
going
much
through right
energy,
here, and it's
yeah.
tingling, and it's just like,
Oh yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
feels like it's just.
Yeah. So, nice click, that's going to help it open. Cool. That was the wrist click, so it opened up. So it's just, again, allowing that, keeping the energy flowing so it doesn't pool and get stagnant in here, because otherwise people feels like it's like a lead balloon, or, you know, people have said. And then holding pressure points in between the bones of the hand, and then just opening it all up. Then we can come back. To our system, belly breathing. And already you can kind of sense that she's going into like a whole other realm, you know, and this is where a person could be completely in another dimension, you know, like a kind of another, whatever you want to call it, consciousness. I'm just seeing again what's going to come out while we got her in this nice. So, you know, don't always expect you're going to get a lifetime's worth of tension out of even a toe in one go. You know, it may be that might be enough, you know. Like she's obviously in another, you know, stirring up more might be overdoing it, you know. That's kind of where I'm feeling. But I might just do a little bit more.
But since we're here.
Yeah, since we get...
God, I'm sweating from it.
Oh, I got a good click out of that.
Little one?
Out of the second to the little. Again, easier to pull toes with a towel. Especially
Definitely.
if you got... Oh, there we go. Second to the big toe. Oh. Yeah, see, that's a big, yeah. That's why I say, I get them about 1 out of every 10 times I do them, but when you get them, it can be quite big. But yeah, I'm almost thinking like, how are you going, Fina?
Very good.
Very good? Yeah. Would you like me to do a bit more?
Yeah,
Or are you good?
a little bit.
A little bit more, yeah. So what I'm thinking is doing a bit on the big toe. Because, you know, when you're looking at an imbalance like scoliosis, you could be looking at both the big toe and the little toe. Do you see my chopstick over there? Oh yeah, thank you. So, and this is released a bit, but still needs more. Just, that's the first session, you know. So we just hold that, bring awareness to it, let her breathe into it, and then very slight movements just to keep that moving so when we're accessing it. So this is the most subtle art about what I teach, or one of them. Awareness, and then slight movement. Especially this very end point, it's the one that takes a while to get used to. And then you see how I'm changing very slightly the projection of the chopstick. And I'm going to move. And gradually that becomes what I call uncharged. It's been charged for so long. And then I go over another millimeter or two. Oh. So this is the roots of that rock in the belly that some people have. So just letting her breathe, watching her breath as well as what I'm doing. Being aware that I'm kind of pushing her about as much as I possibly can to get as much out as we can in a shorter period of time. And then coming over the next spot.
What's that?
So this is covering a little bit of what I wanted to show you in more detail if I stuck to a plan Tuesday or Wednesday of doing foot reflexology as well. So I'm just mixing things up a bit here. Again, paying attention to that breath and then just slightly moving that band over. And that's going to help it shift a bit. a little bit lighter as we come into the actual joint, but I still work in there because there's little bits of anchoring that can take place. And then finishing with the chopstick around there. Okay, now I'm gonna, again, keep my pace so that I'm not stirring up more than what she can breathe into. And then I might come to the other way. So that's the very end point right there. I'm gonna come into here.
Now, why did you leave such a big space in between that?
Doing like a first run, and I'm just accessing it, and then I'll probably come in and join the dots after.
Okay.
Or even join the dots with the metal tool, you know, because the metal tool's a bit, I don't really like doing major movements, like across the skin with the chopstick.
Yeah.
It's more for poke, you know, and but the metal tool's not so bad for actually moving. Bit sensitive through there. I'll just let her catch her breath a bit because we can see that breath rate increasing. And just do some gentle stuff while I'm waiting for her breath to catch up. Then I can just come in here a bit more. Don't work too close to the nail. This is a very tricky area to get exactly where you should work, but definitely don't go into the nail bed. And it's a very sensitive spot for a lot of people, so don't go too hard. Here you can see it becomes quite thick by the time you get to here. It's very precise in here. So I'm like 4 or 5 millimeters away from the nail bed. Depends on the person. Oh, that's really charged as well. Okay, so now I might join those dots that I was working on with a bit of caressing with this tool. And you can see there's still a lot of charge in there, especially as I roll it. I can actually roll it like that too, and that's quite effective. Let her catch up with her breath.